Okay, so we're going to begin with breath, and we're going to begin with belly breath, which is actually not Pilates based, but it really promotes relaxation. So we're going to begin by inhaling through the nose and allowing the belly to rise up to the ceiling. And we're going to exhale through the mouth, allowing the belly to fall down. Continue doing this at your own pace for 4 more breaths. Good. So as you inhale, the belly rises because your diaphragm drops. You fill your belly with air, and then your belly drops because the air is pushed out of your mouth. 2 more breaths like that. So inhale, and then the belly falls and it pushes your air out. Good, 1 more time. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. So now we're going to move into Pilates breathing, which is called posterior lateral ribcage breathing. A really nice way to feel this is to place your hands on the side of your ribs with your thumbs in the back and the fingertips wrapping around the front. Again, we're going to take 5 breaths total. This time, send your breath back towards your thumbs or into the back of your rib cage. So inhale, breathe backwards into your rib cage through your nose. And then exhale, feel the ribs in the front of your body come closer together as you exhale. Inhale, breathe backwards into your thumbs. Exhale, feel as if your fingertips are coming closer together in front of you. 3 more breaths. Inhale, breathing back. Wide inside, and then exhale, feel the ribs come a little closer together. 2 more times. Inhale, breathing into the back. And then exhale. One of the best ways to send the breath to the back is put the breath into the back first. So feel the breath go backwards first, and then exhale, pull the belly and the ribs in. Let's try that 1 more time. Inhale, breathing the breath backwards first. Good, and then exhale, bringing those arms down. So we're going to play with the breath a little bit more, working on rib cage placement. So take one hand and the other, put one hand above your bust and one hand below your bust. I'm going to actually ask you to cough. So you're going to take a breath, we'll all cough together. Good. Now we're going to cough again and make the purpose of the cough to really depress and drop your ribs. So take another deep breath in, and we'll do a little fake cough here. And feel your ribs pull down and stay there. Beautiful. So now instead of coughing, we're going to do a forced exhale to make that happen. So we're going to inhale back into our lungs. And then as you exhale, here comes that forced exhale. So the top of the sternum drops and then the low ribs drop down. It's like there's a heavy blanket across your chest. 2 more practices like this. Inhale. And then exhale, drop your upper sternum down, drop it down as far as you can, lower ribs down. Good. 1 more time, deep breath in, and then exhale. So the sternum is dropping not just straight down, but kind of on a diagonal towards your pelvis. Good. Okay, so then we're going to combine that with the weight of the arms. So float your arms up to the ceiling, palms facing each other. 3 times we're going to try this rib cage arms. So again, keep your focus on your rib cage. Take an inhale. As you exhale, feel the top of your sternum and your low ribs depress and cough down as you simultaneously bring your arms back behind you, behind your head. Only as far as your ribs don't pop. Inhale, float your arms up to the ceiling. And again, exhale, like that someone's standing on your chest. There's old pictures of Joseph Pilates standing on clients' bellies. Good. Inhale, float your arms up. And 1 more time. Really depress your sternum. Go deep sternum depression. Good. And then inhale, float the arms up. Now place your hands on your pelvis. We're going to move our attention to our pelvis. So fingertips on the pubic bone, heels of the palms on your hip bones. More anatomically, it's called your anterior superior iliac spines, your ASAS. So we'll just call them pelvic bones and pubic bone. So we're going to play with placement. Right now, you should basically be in a neutral spine, which means you have a natural arch in your low back, and most likely your fingertips are parallel to the floor. Now we're going to move into something called a supported pelvis. So we're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, tilt your pubic bone up towards the ceiling, pressing your low back into the mat, and you'll notice that your fingertips point or direct a little bit towards the ceiling as well. And then inhale back to neutral so they become parallel to the floor. We'll do this 2 more times. Exhale, allow your low back to press into the mat, press your pubic bone into your fingertips, move your fingertips towards the ceiling. Inhale, release back to neutral. One more time, and then exhale, feel a rolling happen in your pelvis. The pubic bone rolls up to the ceiling, fingertips roll towards the ceiling, and then release back to neutral. Beautiful. So that's some different shapes of the pelvis. Now I'm going to teach you something called supported pelvis. We have to get a little bit more movement in the rib cage to make that happen. So place your one hand again back on your sternum above your bust and keep your other hand on the pelvis. We're going to take an inhale. Now we're going to put these two pieces together. As you exhale, simultaneously depress your sternum and tilt your pubic bone towards the ceiling. And exhale, ready? So both ends, you're really using all your abs, upper and lower abs. And then inhale, release back to neutral. So think of it as that forced exhale or that big sigh. And then exhale, sigh your rib cage down, roll your pubic bone up towards the ceiling. Good. And then inhale, lengthen your spine back to neutral. Final time. Exhale, sternum and pelvis, move both. Good. This will give you a really nice, strong connection to your core, and then inhale, release. Lovely. So now we're going to make our hand like a tent right on top of your belly button. So basically, have all your finger pads encircle your belly button. So you're going to make a little tent with your hand. And now we're going to learn to engage our deepest layer of abdominals called the transverse abdominis. So we're going to inhale to prepare. As you exhale, draw your navel away from your fingertips. So there's going to be a gap between your fingertips and your belly. Beautiful. And then inhale, your belly is going to rise up naturally into the hands. And then exhale. Let's keep practicing this 3 more times. So you're not going to force your belly up into your hands. It's just going to rise to like a natural point. But then you are going to forcefully pull the belly away from the fingertips. And that's using your transverse abdominis. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Pull that belly deep and down. Lovely. Now let's place one hand back on the pubic bone and the pelvic bone, and one hand back behind the head. And what we're going to do is we're going to combine this, all of the things we've learned, into a little bit of a forward sit-up. So we're going to take an inhale. You're going to look down your nose. As you exhale, lift your head and shoulders off the mat and gaze at your hand and your pelvis. So it should be a neutral. So nice neutral position. And now hold here and exhale. Pull your navel to your spine 3 times. And you can change your hand to a tent, or you can keep your hand on your pelvis. And pull the belly to the spine. 2. Good. Come up a little bit higher if you can. Pull the belly to the spine. 3. And then lowering back down. Last time. So we'll take an inhale, and then exhale, lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Come up into your sit-up. And 3 exhales, watch your belly pull to the spine. So pull it in for 1, nice work. Inhale, pull your belly in for 2, really pull the abs in, lovely. One more time, inhale, pull your belly to your spine, and then lower all the way back down. You'll place your hands by your side. Not to be forgotten, we're going to go over shoulder placement. So it's important in Pilates that our shoulders are down. We're going to start with them squeezing up to our shoulders. So we're going to inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades up towards your ears. And then as you exhale, slide your shoulders down. Really think of the sides of the armpits working here. 2 more times. Inhale, squeeze your shoulders up. And exhale, slide the shoulders down. Final time. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. And exhale, sliding those shoulders down. Lovely. So the final work we're going to go into is this idea called spinal articulation, which is really specific to Pilates, and it's a way of really trying to move each vertebrae one at a time. So we're going to do what are called bridges, and we're going to do 3 of them. So we're going to begin in a neutral spine. We're going to inhale. In 1 exhale, you're going to curl your spine all the way up. So you're going to press your pelvis and your low back into the mat, and as you exhale, roll all the way up into a long straight line. So you're a long line from pelvis to shoulders. Inhale at the top. We're going to take 3 exhales to come down. So as you exhale, bring the top of your ribs down. Good. Take another exhale, bring your mid back down. Take another exhale and tuck your pelvis under even more. Good. And then release to neutral. Let's try that 2 more times. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, press your low back on the mat and feel rolling your pelvis all the way up in 1 long exhale and you arrive. Beautiful. Inhale at the top. As you exhale, press through your sternum first. Really push your sternum down towards your low back. Inhale again. Exhale, press your low mid-back onto the mat. And your final exhale, try to tuck your tail under even more. Very, very good. And release to neutral. You really should feel your hamstrings when you do that properly. Good work. One more time. Inhale. As you exhale, press your low back into the mat. Roll all the way up into a nice high bridge, which is essentially just straight line, shoulders, hips, knees. Inhale. Exhale to press your sternum. Nice job. Another exhale. Feel your knees reach over your toes, so you lengthen through your low back. Final exhale. Tuck your tail under even more. Nice, and release back to neutral. Thank you so much. That concludes our warm-up.